goodies. One box of goodies from Core Nutritionals. Woo, email. Hey guys, what's going on? Quick check-in. Want to just do a video log real quick. Something's on my mind. Thought I'd talk about it while it's fresh. And that topic would be coaching styles. There's a lot of different ways to coach athletes. My particular brand of coaching, I learned from people like Lane, and I was always a super highly motivated athlete, and I found that working with Lane was what was best for me. Lane demanded a lot, and I gave a lot. Lane didn't chase me down asking for updates. Lane didn't make it his job to find out what was going on with me. It was my job to keep him up to date. And as a coach, what I've found is the people that keep you up to date are the most driven. The people that give you your updates on time and want the feedback and ask the questions, they're going to go the farthest for the most part. When you don't hear from someone for 3, 4, 5 weeks, and this is generalizing, but you kind of get the idea they fell off the wagon, and usually that's what happens. Because a lot of times people will feel guilty about checking in when they know they haven't been spot on. Maybe because they feel like they're going to be judged. And I was even guilty of this too, but when I know I'm not going to be 100% spot on, I don't work with a coach. Even to this day, I find that I do best under my own management. But what I do look for in a coach at this point would be just that final say-so. Take the stress off of me and to help me with those final details. There's a few people I do trust. I speak to Lane, I speak to Tommy, I spoke to Ron Farmater. I'll be looking for input from like Brian Whitaker, Doug Miller, and even some of my other friends who have seen me compete. But for athletes out there who are interested in working with a coach, and specifically online, it is very important that you manage your updates and you keep in touch with your coach. Because I deal with, a few hundred emails a day, and I feel like I do a wonderful job of getting back to my athletes very quickly. And I love that correspondence. No question is too dumb. I never want my athletes to feel guilty if you went out and had a bad weekend or whatever. These are your goals that you're working towards. I can't be there to hold your hand, so I'm not too worried about it if you're not. If you feel the need to go do something off diet or off program or skip a cardio session, that's on you. I can only lead to the water. I can't make it drink. So the reason for this rant is just because there are people out there that are looking for something different than what I offer, and I just wanted to make this clear. My plans, they're macronutrient based. I do include a bunch of timing, and I will explain my reasons for everything I do. You'll never hear me say, "Oh, you're going to do it this way because I said so." I have a reason for all the things I do, and I do things based on what I've learned and then based on my experiences. So there are certain things, and I also like to take into account the psychology of the person. Some people would rather do more cardio. Some people would rather eat less food. Some people are just unique in their own way, and so I like to take that into account. I'm never going to give a client a plan that says eat 6 ounces of chicken and 2 ounces of broccoli and 14 almonds in meal 1, and then 30 minutes later go to the gym and do X, Y, and Z. My diets are a little more flexible to fit a person's lifestyle, but I do require you hit goals and you hit numbers. And I'm not saying I'm the coach for everybody. There are people that like to have that super structure and they want everything laid out for them just like this. But I will say this, I have had clients ask me to help them set up a meal plan, and I'll do it. I have no problem with that. What that does is that takes out the flexibility. This is what you're eating. If you ask for a specific meal plan, and the response I often get is, well, can I change something? Well, yeah, you can change something if you manage it. So there's lots of different styles of coaches. And although I'd like to think that I am capable of working with anybody, I understand there's different personalities, there's different types. You're not going to find someone that answers emails faster than I do. I'm basically on my email all day, every day. As I've gotten busier as a coach, you know what I found out? I crave getting back to people quickly. It's something that I've always appreciated in people, and it's just the way that I'll always be. I can't let emails sit in my inbox. So, with that said, slight change of subject. Let's talk about this weekend coming up. I'm going to be in Roanoke, Virginia for an ANBF bodybuilding show. I'm flying into North Carolina on Friday, and I'm meeting up with Marc Lobliner, who got me this wonderful shirt. This is from Ron Parmeter's show, the OCB, The Uprising. Hold on, shout out to Ron Parmeter. Right there. Last bit, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be up in Roanoke, Virginia with Marc Lobliner this weekend. No doubt we're going to have some laughs. We're going to crush some food, crush some weights. Anybody that's within driving distance of Roanoke, obviously you have to come to this show. I don't have to tell you, there's going to be some great people there. Kent Beerley is also going to be there. I'm looking forward to meeting a few people who have told me they're going to be there this weekend. I was hoping Matt Liller was going to be there, but my boy's got to study. He's taking the bar exam, so he's got to study. So I understand that. But anyway, if you're going to be in the Roanoke, Virginia area, do yourself a favor and attend this ANBF show. And hit myself or Marc Lobliner up with a message, and let's get in a workout, get in a meal. I know Marc's real big on keeping up with the people. So, with that said, if you have any questions, just let me know. I understand that the coaching, it's very difficult online when you don't get the proper feedback, and perhaps I need to tweak what I request out of my clients, or make it very clear what I require. I've tried to do that. I've been changing my plans ever since the beginning, and based on responses I get, to try to improve the athlete-coach relationship. It's very important. So I'm going to take a further look at that, and you guys let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious how you prefer to work with coaches. What is it about a coach relationships that you like? Do you like the accountability? Do you like that you're holding yourself to a standard each week? Do you like that it takes the guesswork out of it? For me personally, that's what I really enjoyed working with Lane the first time. Was I do A and B, the result I get is C, and I just went from there. And the simplicity of it was what made it work for me. This is how you're going to do things, and it works. I think a lot of times, for me personally, when I would be training or changing programs or changing diet, I wouldn't give them time to sink in. I would be so worried about if I was doing the best thing or if I was doing the right thing, or it was kind of a paralysis by analysis type of situation. I always wanted to be doing that right program. Well, I've been lifting for 20 years. I've been dieting, trying to eat bodybuilder friendly food for 20 years, and in the vein of building muscle regardless. And what I've learned is keep it simple. Do what excites you in the gym. Eat the foods that work. Repeat. It's good to be looking at the new research out there. It's good to be finding what's coming out, but nothing's going to beat good old-fashioned intensity in the gym and you're keeping your diet on point day in and day out. So, with that said, this is Paul Ravello of Pro Physique. Give me a shout out, and I hope to see you guys in Roanoke, Virginia this weekend. See you.